You've probably seen one of these breeds, the Akita Inu or Border Collie, and thought, powerful and smart. I want one. This is exactly where the problem begins. A dog's looks are what draw you in, but it's the character you have to live with, and your dog has to live with yours too. So choose wisely because your dog can't. The Akita Inu and Border Collie come with a personality that will test you every single day. Not because they are bad dogs, because they demand a level of leadership 80% of the people simply aren't prepared for. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what kind of person each of these dogs actually needs, and whether that's you. Let's kick things off with breed 1, the Akita. Already a hard no for me. Not because of the dog, but because of my back. Herniated discs and heavy dogs don't mix, and if my dog ever needs carrying because he's sick or getting older, I need to actually be able to lift him. Not just want to. Breed 1, the Akita. The Akita comes from Japan, the Akita Inu, or its bulkier American cousin, the American Akita. Either way, you're looking at a large, powerful Spitz-type dog that treats shedding season like a personal art project. During coat blow, the undercoat doesn't just fall out. It evacuates in clumps, like your living room just lost a fight with a snowstorm. And then there's the raw power. Up to 60 kilograms of pure muscle, walking on 4 legs, occasionally deciding it has somewhere to be. Get the handling wrong, and you're not walking the dog anymore. The dog's walking you. If you're unlucky, straight through a hedge. But the real challenge isn't the muscles, it's the mindset. The Akita struts around looking calm and dignified, like it's mentally composing its memoirs. And that's exactly the trap. This dog was bred for one job: guard the family, solo. Independence isn't a personality quirk here. It's a job requirement. Here's the twist nobody sees coming. Akitas barely bark. That might sound convenient, but can actually turn into a real danger because the warning signs, stiff body, hard stare, low growl, happen in near silence. Miss these warning signs, and the sudden reaction was never sudden at all. You just weren't paying attention. Same story with other dogs. Akitas were historically used for hunting and fighting, and many don't tolerate other dogs well, especially the same sex. Skip early socialization, and that risk multiplies fast, especially once your Akita hits social maturity around 18 to 36 months. Before you know it, the 4-legged sociable teenager turns into a rebellious punk and eventually into an adult who, if at all, only cares about select, hand-picked contacts with other dogs. And here's the trap almost every new owner falls into. You expect a big loyal dog to also be eager to please. But an Akita thinks for itself. Push for fast obedience like you would with a Labrador, and you get resistance. And a dog that trusts you less, not more. Here's what your Akita needs from you. 1. Real experience handling strong-willed dogs. 2. Calm, consistent leadership without force. 3. Patience for slow socialization. 4. A sharp eye for quiet warning signals. 5. Zero illusions about getting a clingy, eager-to-please companion. Get all that right, and you get one of the most loyal dogs alive. Get it wrong, and you get a very large, very strong problem. And loyalty isn't just marketing talk with this breed. The most famous Akita in history is Hachiko, the dog who walked his owner to the train station every morning in 1920s Tokyo, then met him there every evening. When his owner died suddenly at work, Hachiko kept showing up at that station, every single day, for 9 years. That's not a cute anecdote, that's the Akita's entire personality in one story. Now, if you thought the Akita was demanding, wait until you meet the Border Collie. A dog that's wired as tight as an alarm system that goes off when a fly coughs. Breed 2, the Border Collie. The Border Collie is one of the smartest dog breeds on Earth, and that's exactly why so many of them end up in shelters. It turns out genius and easy rarely show up in the same sentence. The Border Collie comes from the UK, right along the Scottish-English border, bred for one job: herding sheep, solo, for hours, across land that never seems to end. That's not just running around. That's a full-time problem-solving gig. Read the flock, predict the movement, react before you've even finished the thought. Take that job away, and the Border Collie doesn't chill out on the sofa. It goes looking for a new job, and you probably won't like the one it picks. Here's the mistake almost every new owner makes. You think exercise is the magic fix. Throw the ball for 2 hours, tire the dog out, mission accomplished. Except pure physical exercise without mental work doesn't calm a border collie down. It revs the engine. You're not raising a relaxed companion. You're building an elite athlete who stopped thinking and started reacting at lightning speed to literally anything that moves. In the wrong hands, a border collie doesn't wait around for a job assignment. It writes its own, herding the kids, stalking bikes like a tiny furry sniper, nipping at joggers who definitely did not sign up for this. Left unmanaged from puppyhood, that quirky behavior turns into real conflict fast. If a border collie is joining your household, make sure to deliberately plan training around cyclists, joggers, and kids before misdirected herding behavior has a chance to set in, ideally with professional support, so you don't end up training in the wrong direction and make things worse. Your border collie's behavior serves as a daily mirror. He's tirelessly showing you whether you're training in the right direction or the wrong one. There's a second layer people don't expect from a border collie: emotional sensitivity. A border collie reads your tone and body language with almost unsettling accuracy. Tension in your voice, inconsistent training, harsh corrections. This dog feels it immediately. Handle that wrong, and instead of a confident working dog, you get one that's anxious, shut down, or reactive. Here's what your border collie needs from you. 1. Daily mental work, not just a walk. 2. Real interest in training, games, or dog sports. 3. Emotional steadiness in your voice and handling. 4. A plan for managing chase triggers like kids, bikes, and joggers. 5. The honest understanding that smart does not mean low maintenance. It's the opposite. Here's a fun fact that'll blow your border collie owner's mind at the next dog park. Almost every modern border collie traces back to one single dog, a herding dog named Old Hemp, born in Northumberland back in 1893. While every other herding dog was barking and nipping like it was getting paid overtime, Old Hemp just stared. No barking, no biting, just a stalking posture and an intense, unblinking gaze that handlers still call the eye today. Breeders were so obsessed with Old Hemp's style that he became the most in-demand stud dog around. Used constantly, he sired hundreds of puppies, which means that intense, laser-focused stare your border collie throws at another dog before the two even meet isn't an attitude. It's over a century of Old Hemp's DNA still running the show. Here's the problem. Other dogs perceive that intense stare as threatening. And in dog language, it actually is, because this so-called stalking behavior is part of the predatory sequence. No other dog is thrilled about feeling like the next sheep in line. Some dogs react to the staring with insecurity, others with aggression. The solution? Redirect your border collie's stalking posture early on by speaking to him and giving him an alternative behavior, like a sit cue. That de-escalates dog encounters and sets up a much friendlier starting point for getting acquainted. Akita and Border Collie, two breeds that won't fake affection they don't feel and won't hide who they are to make your life easier. If you get one of these dogs, you're not just getting a pet, you're making a lifelong commitment to meet them where they are. So choose wisely, especially for their sake.